sisters.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in with Sisters of Leisure. It's almost spring, but it is still a little nippy outside. This week is going to be like a little frosty, a little cold.
Yeah, it's a little cold out there.
Yeah, it's a little cold. But I'm Tracy, and I'm just one part of Sisters of Leisure, where we are living every day and seeking and understanding real events.
And I'm Michelle, the little sister.
And we have a very special guest, but I just want to say to all of my lady entrepreneurs that if you know someone that has a business, support them. It's so important to support the people that you have been connected with for all these years. Support, because I know a young lady, her name is Frenchie.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, and she lives in Rome, Georgia, and she has an amazing boutique. When I say I went to her boutique yesterday, and it was absolutely
adorable.
It was adorable.
Yeah.
She took time to place everything just nicely, and
everything is unique.
It is
inside of her boutique. I love it.
And she really enjoys what she does. So I'm just asking anyone that lives in the Northwest Georgia regional area to support Frenchie, the real crafty creations. She is off of Shorter Avenue. It's like right directly across the street from Shorter University. And it's nice. She has nice apparel, t-shirts, purses, shoes, jewelry.
And everything is unique. That's what I like about it. I like that, you go out, you're not gonna have everybody wear the same thing. It's something unique. And so it's really cute, really nice. So support the real crafty creation.
Yes, and I just also want to tell you that we did a gala this weekend.
Yeah, one of our guests, Sierra McKnight.
Yes, and when I say when you walk into the place that she had the gala, it was so beautifully decorated.
Oh my God, I wonder who did the decorations.
I don't know who did them, but they did an excellent job. And the food was to die for.
Food was good.
Delicious.
Yeah. And congratulations to all those young ladies who received a scholarship through a Teen's Choice Award.
Yes.
And it was just really great to support them and support those young ladies. And I'm just excited for their future.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So today we have a special guest. She hasn't logged on yet, but her name is Riley, but we call her Riley.
The Red Pill.
The Red Pill. And she is a very unique individual. I totally enjoyed her. The moment that I met her, she just has a bubbly energy. I mean, she was just very energetic. She was sweet, and she's just very consistent in who she is as a person. And I really appreciate that. And she has a talk show that she does, I think every week, maybe twice a week. It's on The Grind 101 FM. And she really does a really good job talking about community, talking about education, just talking about lots of different
things. Yeah. So, and we were on her show not too long ago, and it was a lot of fun.
It really was.
I enjoyed myself her talk show.
Yes.
So hopefully she'll log in soon.
Let's see her phone.
And
we're gonna make sure she is gonna be logging in soon. And so we could get started. We do apologize for the delay.
But here's the deal. So if you know of anyone who is an entrepreneur, yourself that's an entrepreneur, and would like to share your story just to motivate someone else to capture their dream, and we just encourage you to reach out, Sisters of Leisure. We are on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Feel free to email us at POS. What is it? SOL. SOL podcast 1 at gmail.com. So feel free to reach out to, once again, SOL podcast 1 at gmail.com. If you're an entrepreneur, you know of an entrepreneur, and you would like to hear their story, have them share their story. And we want someone to share their story so they can motivate others. Because I know for a fact that as a business owner, it can be a journey that not everybody totally understands. But once we start sharing those stories, once we start sharing those ideas or whatever, it'll reach someone, and we'll be able to assist in just getting the word out to go ahead and start your business and do whatever it is that God has for you to do.
Exactly. Because we all have a unique gift that we can inspire. Sometimes you are kind of attached. Somebody is looking at what you're doing and they are connected with you.
Yeah, definitely.
And also when it comes to business, people have different stories that they can share with you to give you a better understanding. Because some people think that just because you start a business and you're an entrepreneur, that everything is just going to be, I'm going to get this money. I'm going to, everything's going to be great. But there are things you have to really take into consideration. Yeah. And a lot of people don't take into consideration the budget. See, you got to have a budget.
Yeah.
You got to know how much is going
on
in
marketing
and how much is coming out.
Yeah.
So you got to definitely have a budget of how much money that you can possibly make in a week, in a day.
And spend in a week, in a day.
Right.
Yeah.
And also you want to make sure that whoever you're doing business with, because when you have your own business, you have maybe a location.
Brick and mortar.
You gotta be genuine to the person that you're doing business with.
Whoever you're serving. So
yes.
It sounds like she's logged in.
Logging in.
I am here. Do you all hear me?
Yes.
Hey. I don't know. It looks like I'm trying to log in twice. I do apologize because there's something at the bottom.
Oh.
No, that's okay.
It's
hey,
okay.
ladies.
Hey.
Yes.
We're so happy to have you here.
I am so excited to be here.
And we are glad to have you here. Riley, just let the people know what it is with Riley the Red Pill. Let us know about that.
Oh my God. So Riley the Red Pill, and ladies, thank you for having me. I do apologize to you all. I was having some login issues, but I am here.
I love it.
And super excited to be here. You guys are my first guest on my first show. And I thank you. Kudos. Listen, these ladies are doing a beautiful job. And I love everything that you're doing. So Riley the Red Pill is basically, everybody relates it to the matrix understanding, which truly it is. Because I want to give you the transparency and the communication of what it is to live life to the fullest and love life. There's no exceptions to that because we're giving the opportunity to be genuinely who we are. So let me help you prevent to go down that rabbit hole, as it's stated in the Matrix.
Yeah.
So my platform was created because there's a lot of things that people don't want to discuss and that there needs to be discussions for. And it's also genuinely geared towards men, allowing them to have a platform to be a vessel, to speak, to vent, to have an understanding, to put our men and our culture back to a full circle.
Yeah.
So this is me. This is Riley the Red Pill. Of course, my name is Riley, and I'm excited about what I'm doing.
I love it. You know what, Riley? We were your first guest on your podcast.
Yes, you were.
It was very good. I enjoyed the conversation, the flow of the conversation. Just be able to, have a good. There's nothing wrong about a good, wholesome conversation that's going to feed into you, and that we feed into each other and just having a good time talking about things that it's not everyday topics,
Not at all.
Not everyday. And I just really appreciate you and your platform and what you discussed, because the other day Tracy was listening to you, and you were talking. Yeah.
And it was yes. And it was really good. But like she said, she don't want it. Y'all didn't have enough time to talk about what I really wanted to talk about.
It's never enough time on my show, and which I love the fact that means I get to have y'all on a second time. So yes. I'm good with that.
I love it.
And I like the fact that you do have uncomfortable conversations that people don't like to have, because a lot of times we don't just be honest about what we feel. We try to sugarcoat stuff or go around the mulberry bush, or, you know, instead of just keeping it real and 100 about what we are feeling. So we do that to appease other people.
Mhm.
That's true.
Yeah.
And we
And I'm
just
gonna
need to be really honest.
That's true.
Go ahead.
And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But you
That's
know, to
okay.
get to this place, that Riley is the red pill, I'm an extrovert, but an introvert, if you will. And how that combination works is that I've never been, I'm always the one that has a smile on my face through every circumstance. So no one ever knows what emotion, what feeling, what frustration, or what I've been through. But it says that because I have that ability to shine beyond every circumstance, why not share those circumstances to be a vessel to help people get through what they don't think is possible? Like, some people don't even know that so many people experience domestic violence, or, you know, separation, or relationship issues, or just trying to deal with the knowing of themselves. And so Riley, the red pill, is basically saying that it's okay. And it's an everyday, it's an understanding. And that I'm here to say the guests that I have, as well as myself, allow you to be who you are. The genuinity of us is so important. You know, we got to put ourselves first, because God always has.
Okay.
He created us to be who we are. So why y'all not shining? Like, why you all shine on? No, come on, take those layers off. Like you and I both know, and I use your sister, not taking away from you, Michelle, but Tracy, the layers of our hair, as we shave off, I share those as layers of life. And that means that as I'm shaving my head, it's
Take
giving
that
me with layers of life. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So as I'm doing that, I just represent it because now I'm in the ATL, so you know.
Yeah.
But it's just like taking layers off of my life. And when I say that, I say that it's a journey that is so pleasurable, so free. Listen, I'm bringing each and every one of you the opportunity to do so. And my conversations, like you said, are not going to be comfortable, and I want them that way. And as this month is, you know, Women's History Month, I've been expounding on our women, but baby, y'all better get ready, because these men are going to bring you some conversations that need to be had.
Yes.
So, Riley, you know what? I always ask, you know, what helped you to boost your confidence? Because, you know, to be bald and beautiful, like that's a whole vibe. Like that's a whole
Thank you.
thing. Not everybody can pull it off. I always tell my sister, you better be like your mom and daddy at good DNA. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, what helped you? How did you get to this point?
You know, I've really had to be with myself and God. I didn't have the girlfriends that came over with the wine bottles and we played cards and sat there with me through my tears and my fears and understandings. I'm an only child. So I have, you know, my parents, and my father is an only child. So just being raised by that being your best friend, and, you know, your grandparents and those type of things created my foundation. Being in church, because I was, you know, we had to go to church, baby.
Yeah.
I'm Baptist and then transition to Presbyterian. It's a whole story. That's another show. But understanding that part of it, and just having a lot of time with self. I knew self was first, but I just had to, you know, kind of get that full circle of how self is going to come into the everyday of us, who we are. Because what that everyday means is that we're going to go through trials and tribulations. We're going to go through pains. We're going to go through joys. We're going to go through growth. We're going to go through understanding, and we're going to go through education. You know, it wasn't an easy process, but I did it. And, you know, like I said, and I stated that just a moment ago, I didn't have the friends or the circle to fall back on. I raised my kids. I was 17 going on 18. I didn't know what a mother was, but I had to be a mother. You know, and I grew with my kids, which I'm grateful of, and I'm in my 4th generation now. But it takes a lot of faith. It takes a lot of self. It takes a lot of understanding. It takes a lot of knowing that it's okay to be in pain. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be fearful. It's okay to know that you will get through. And that's the only thing I had a concept of. so
I love that. I love it, because that's what I understand myself.
okay.
It is definitely okay to cry, to let loose, or whatever it is you're going through. It's okay to have a conversation with God and say, God, I don't know if I'm gonna make it today. You know what I mean? I'm gonna need you to help and guide me. It is okay to feel those emotions and still have the faith to believe you can get through. Because on the other side, we have these emotions,
We do. That flesh is something.
It gets dark and dim on the other side when we have those emotions. But why can't we have those emotions to say we are victorious and we're great and we're gonna make it?
I think, Michelle, also one of the things that when you ask the question and for me to share with you and Tracy, one of the things that I keep in my mindset is that the only thing I don't want to fail at in life is God. Because he's given me so much. When I say coming through the things in my journey that I have come from and being in this place now, because a lot of us don't realize that we in our past for our 20s, our 30s, because I'm 50 now, 50 something. Well, I'm 52. I'm not scared to say my age, but those 30s, those 20s, those 30s, those 40s, those were our experiences. Those were our learning ages. Those were our, getting our education. And now at 52, it says, okay, I've done those things to be able to now be in a place that I can educate on those things and know how they were a part of who I am now. Like I needed to go through, and people don't receive that part. You got to go through those things in life, whether it's relationships, whether it's work, whether it's our children, whether it's our parents, whatever the case may be, you have to go through those things in order to be able to get to a point in life to say, okay, now I can deal with me. I know me, I'm growing in me, and this is me. You know what I mean?
So quickly, Riley, so like, okay, so walk us through what made you do a podcast? What made, because you're an actress, you have a talk show.
I am.
You got things going on, Riley. You booked and busy. So tell us, about the talk show. What made you do it? And like, how did you get the resources to do it?
Okay. So with the podcast, I will say, stepping back a bit, I've been in the entertainment industry for a large part of my life. I come from singing in a 4-female gospel group. I've been exposed to the gospel industry, then leading into the entertainment industry. I'm not going to say the opposite of what we've grown to know about. You can have gospel and you can have whatever. But anyway, coming from that, and then I was exposed to being an actress when I was in my 20s. I had a friend of mine that did a film and I got introduced to it that way. But then expounding on what I felt like this was a niche for me. This is where I feel comfortable. This is where I can recreate myself and be myself. And being able to get from radio, I was with a network and those experiences. I've been in TV. So doing this throughout my entire life, basically, even back into when my kids were first born, I was in entertainment because their father's in entertainment. So being exposed and being from the DC area where there's a lot of exposure to what we call, go-go music. And we have so many entities of parties and functions and DJs and music. So I was always exposed to being in that type of realm. It was like, okay, being comfortable in front of the camera and being heard on the radio, that's just what suits me. Like, I love entertainment. I love the ability to be able to be expressive. I love the ability to share somebody's story, their journey, their testimonies. And I felt like we need genuine people in that position to be able to allow people to be their genuine self. And you have to be able to be comfortable, if you will. We can go, you can have talk shows, you can have radio shows that talk about like you stated, Tracy, around the bush, but when you get in a setting that you can sit and you can just talk to someone and not trying to be a counselor guy or a therapist, but when you're comfortable enough to be in a setting to be yourself, that's what Riley the Red Pill was and is trying to bring.
Yes. Yes. I can see that happening because we have some deep conversation.
Yes,
Deep
ma'am.
conversations that I wish we have recorded. Yeah.
I know. I do wish we had recorded a lot of those.
Yes.
Because we have
Yes.
a lot of conversations.
A lot of deep conversations. So tell us a little bit more about you and what else you are trying to accomplish.
No problem. So being an actress, of course, I'm pursuing, and I'm putting this out there to the Tasha Smiths, the Oprah and Winfrey's, the Tyler Perry. I'm trying to be that lead actress. But I will say thanks to Tara Meyer Productions, Dr. Maya Speller, and Terry Miles, who is my homie from DC, being able to get in the industry as I have, because I've been I have a movie out that I'm in. It's called Swap Out. That's on Tubi. We have another movie coming out. It's Behind the Veil. I've been able to be background on a lot of Tyler Perry's movies, but I'm just waiting for that door to open for that lead role. For my vision for myself as a series. I have a lot of movie ideas, and I need someone to take what I conceptualize and put them into movies. But that moment is coming, as well as my radio syndication, taking it, it's already international, national, but being in front of the camera so that people can see the conversations that I have with my guests and know how they are a conversation. And I see me or Riley the Red Pill Show going in that direction. So I'm excited about it. I'm very excited.
Very good. I love it. I love it. So Riley the Red Pill. So, what would you tell yourself, like when you were in your 20s, you were introduced to this industry, the entertainment industry. What would you tell yourself now? Like, what would you tell the 20-year-old Riley as a 52-year-old Riley? What would you tell her?
So, girl, we finally making it. We are here. What you've been trying to do is coming to fruition, and it's gonna be a full manifestation when it's done.
Yeah,
I definitely would tell myself.
Because one thing that I have noticed, like I've learned that what we say we want for ourselves, career-wise, life-wise, it does come, it manifests, it comes fruition. It always does. Like even when I look back, I'm like, I want to be able to do this, that, the other. Years later, I'm doing exactly what I said I wanted to do or see for myself. Do you see that for yourself?
I do. I really do, because my 13-year-old self would have said I wanted to be a veterinarian. But when I got into my 20-year-old self, when I started being in front of music, this is what it led to. I want to be into television. I want to be into entertainment. I want to be in a radio. So yes, I believe it does come to fruition. It takes a lot of prayer. It takes a lot of journaling. It takes a lot of understanding to get there. But having faith, as small as a mustard seed, you can pursue everything.
Yes.
It really is.
And I have seen it happen for you in a short time that we have met.
Yeah.
I have seen it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And I know that God is doing great things in your life, and it's manifesting, happening.
I love that.
I'm excited. It is, and I will tell people that you do get in a moment of where you're frightful, you're scared, because you don't know. The unseen is the most frightening thing you can experience in life, because we're visual people. We like to see what's going on. We want to know beforehand, but not knowing what's going on behind the scenes and what God is manifesting and what he's putting in for, I think that for me, I take joy in that, because I get excited, and then I get so excited, I get scared. It's like, okay, I'm excited. I know you're going to do this, but I'm scared you're going to do it,
So you know what's going to come through. You say you want it.
Right. Okay. And see, that's the faith. That's the thing that I'm talking about. That faith, you just got to keep believing, Lord. I know I see it. I'm nervous, but I see you doing it, and you just got to
prepare yourself.
Yeah.
Like once you request, once you ask, you got to prepare.
You got to prepare. And the biggest thing about it is You know, when you learn to move out of your own way, that's when things will really happen. Because I always try to pull in and make this an understanding for myself. I was like always trying to find a way. Like Tracy, one of the things that our deep conversations in, and I love her for this, is that I always have too many irons in the fire. And that's because I kept putting them in there. I was like, okay, I need to do this. I need to do that, this, that, another. And it at the same time, God's telling me, well, you need to do what? Because I've already got it in order. You just need to, you just need to be in alignment so that you can receive what the understanding is. And it's all going to come together, but you're trying to force everything at one time. That's why the fire won't burn. So yeah, so that's the part that I got to constantly pull back on, but trusting God with everything has been amazing. And you know, mine's is AHMAZING.
What she saying? Let me get a pencil and paper, write that down.
Amazing, AHMAZING.
Oh, A.
Oh, okay. Okay, amazing.
Like the moment in that amazing.
Amazing. Okay. Oh,
so Riley, how can people listen to your radio station?
You can listen to my radio station, and I'm sorry about the lighting, y'all. I don't know what that was, but you can listen to my radio station. So, oh my gosh, it's funny you asked that because I want to share this part, and I'm going to bring it into fruition. I don't know what God is just being amazing right now, because just as we were having a conversation, and again, apologizing for me getting on here late, a Houston station just contacted me to syndicate me. Nice. So that was the conversation I was having. So now I will be on 5 stations. So I'm just going to put that out there. You all are getting an early understanding of that. I'm putting that out there for the first time because that just happened in a matter of 5 minutes. But but right now, my home station and base station, and I am grateful for it, is Grind 101 FM. You will download the Odyssey, and that's AUDACY app. Download the Odyssey app and look for Grind 101 FM. It's out of Miami. And when I tell you my producers from that station, Brandon, DJ Knuckles, DJ Nux, excuse me, is giving me everything and anything that I need as far as making Riley the Red Pill as profound as it is. And I didn't even know this was all going to come to this true fruition, but I am so blessed. Then there is Vibe 95.955, excuse me. You can download the websites and link ones in them. 96.1 Jams, 961 Jams. You download the website and go to them. And EAJ 1023. You download the website to go to them. Now, they're all on iHeartRadio, so you can download the iHeartRadio app and pull up all of those stations. And I will be on the Houston station. I can't tell you the name yet until everything is signed, sealed, and delivered. But those are the 4 that I'm on now. And I thank them for broadcasting me.
I love that. That's amazing, Riley. You know,
it
because
is.
You know, I just enjoy being on your podcast and being able to just talk freely and have this, you know, this strong conversation and thought provoking. And, you know, it was just definitely a vibe. It was definitely a vibe. And I see great things happening. And I'm just excited for you, you know, to be able to see your, you know, your growth and, you know, I just love it. It's an honor to have you on Sisters to Leisure.
You definitely deserve it because, like, the first time we met, you just, I was like, hey, you was like, hey, and we was like, hey, and I loved it because I felt you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And then when you feel the heart of somebody, you like, oh, I like that girl.
Yeah.
Now she tried me up a wall.
Yeah.
Yes, Tracy is one of my big sisters, and I have to say I appreciate and love you so much for that. You embraced me coming into the ATL and making this a home for me has been amazing, and I thank you for being a part of that journey. And
absolutely.
And of course,
and I'm not going anywhere. I'm here.
I know. Yeah. You got to the ride, baby.
So how can people, you know, follow you? You know, what's your social media platforms and everything? How can they see your show? Your TV shows that you've been on?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, so you can follow me on IG under Riley the Red Pill. You can follow me on Facebook under Riley the Red Pill. My personal page on Facebook is Riley Andrea. You can follow me on TikTok under Riley the Red Pill. You can follow me on Tubi under Swap Out and Behind the Veil that's coming soon. I am on a couple of other movies, putting them out there. Wish, definitely watch that movie that's coming out on Tubi. Bad Girl, Virtuous Woman is coming out on Tubi or Netflix. I think they're going on a combination. And of course, continue to watch Tyler Perry's series, Sisters, The Oval. And I had the pleasure, the profound pleasure of being on the movie 688, which is about the Black female battalion that Tyler Perry has produced. And I say that it was profound because I didn't even know that part of our journey. And as far as women and being in the military and being a Black woman, I don't know if I'm embarrassed to say that I did not know that story.